Hey everyone, welcome to week 12 of the Will Abare Show with Will Abare, and I'm Will Abare. So earlier this week, opening up before the games even started, everyone kind of got a bit of trash talk before anything happened.
Good morning, Abare clan. This is Catherine Abare, Dr. William Abare's personal manager. Just wanted to let you all know, be prepared for a pounding. Good luck to you all today, and may the best team win.
And as he always does, our sideline reporter at the Will Abare Show had something to say about that.
I will. Now that we've passed through Thanksgiving and into the Christmas season, Christmas is a time for giving. So I want to give a grade to our new co-manager for Dee Dee's Just Win Baby team. Kathy gets a grade of a B. I don't even know how she played, but I do know that she came out and gave a very ominous video warning people about how things are going to happen. Very well done. Super job. Would have been A-worthy, except she forgot to include Hail Mary, Sabrina's team, to the text group. Leaving out people from the group is an immediate one grade lower. Kathy, you can do better. We'll see you next week.
Whoa there, big guy. It's a lot of smack coming from the worst record in the entire league. But we'll move on. Anyway, before I jump into scores, I would just like to shoot it over to our correspondent, Dee Dee, who's going to give us an update on the current playoff standings.
With 12 weeks in the books and 2 weeks remaining in the regular season, Will Abare has asked me to make predictions on the seedings for the playoffs, which will get underway after the regular season ends. In approaching this assignment, I took into consideration team records and points scored by each team through week 12 of the season. If the playoffs started this week, the seedings would look something like this. The tiebreaker for teams with identical records was total points scored. As you can see, Nene is clearly out front with 1,660 total points scored. If we shift our attention to more recent performance and look at the total points scored in weeks 7 through 12, the numbers correspond closely to the league standings. Notice the very small difference in the total points scored by the top 3 teams.
Thank you. Correspondent Dee Dee, everybody. All right, let's do some scores, shall we? So for week 12, I'm going to, of course, start with Nene playing against Dee Dee / Kathy. Aunt Kathy. Do I get the right to say Kathy? And Miss Palini. There we go. Oh, that's right. So Just Win Baby, Dee Dee's team, had 120, and Nene had 135. So Nene, congratulations, you won. Some of the star players, first for Dee Dee, Josh Allen had 27, Cordero Patterson with Atlanta had 28, Cooper Kupp had 19, and then the Buffalo defense had 11. So good week, Dee Dee, just Nene did slightly better. Nene had Aaron Rodgers get 26, Jonathan Taylor 20, Elijah Mitchell with the 49ers got 28, and then Justin Tucker at 13. So a good week for both of y'all. Just Nene came out on top. The next game is, unfortunately, me against Mom. No introduction.
Hi, Will. Thanks for allowing me to have a moment on your show today. I'm so excited about Christmas season, as I'm sure you are, and you know it's a season of giving. So I just want to celebrate that I gifted you, Mr. Commissioner, another loss this week. It was awesome. So I'm going to add this gift of a loss next to the other gift of a loss that I gave you this year, which is really funny because it matches the gift of 2 losses I gave Dee Dee, and the 2 losses I gave your dad doesn't match but close the loss I gave Mason, and no gifts of losses to Nene. How did that happen? Anyway, Merry Christmas. Back to you.
Do I really have to read it out? I do, don't I? Okay, fine. Final score, Mom 119, me 114. So, 5-point game. It was easily the closest one of the week, but once again, I've come up short against Mom. All right, so some star players. First for me, A.J. Dillon from Green Bay. You know, he had 20. Deebo Samuel had 21. Pat Freiermuth from Pittsburgh had 14. And then Daniel Carlson had 21, my kicker. And then Mom, Eckler had 22. Thielen had 23. The Cincinnati defense had 18, which was the difference maker. And then Devontae Adams had 18. So great showing from both teams. Our third game of this week was Mason against Dad. The final score in that one was 104 Mason to 148 Dad. Big time victory for the Jacksonville Gropers. Some of the, if you call them star players for Mason, I mean, I kind of don't, but your performers were Diggs having 20, Antonio Gibson had 24, and then Keenan Allen had 16. So, not great, not bad. Dad had Leonard Fournette get 44. Wow. Unbelievable. Jalen Waddle had 29. The Baltimore defense had 12. And then Deontay Johnson had 19. And always ready with a quip or a remark of some sorts is our sideline reporter.
Oh my gosh, is there a fire out here? It smells so smoky. Oh, that was just me smoking Mason this past week in fantasy.
And so now it's time for, as always, everyone's favorite segment, the awards section. First off, we're going to start it off every time, as we always do, with the Golden Chainsaw, the MVP for cutting down the competition. And that goes to Dad because, A, he broke his losing streak, which it seems like he should be 0 however many games, but he does have wins, apparently, as I've learned from earlier in this episode. He also had the most points scored this week and beat the only A grade. I mean, I don't call him that, but great week for Dad, Golden Chainsaw. The Vacuum Award goes to Mason, unfortunately, for having back-to-back blowout losses. This week to Dad, last week to me. I had to mention it, but, I mean, it's not like I danced or did anything. Insightful foresight. The best managerial move. And that goes to Mom for picking the Cincinnati defense. And that was the win right there. My Pittsburgh defense got 0. Should have gotten negative. But her Cincinnati defense clutched up with 18. Brilliant move. As much as I hate to say it, but insightful foresight. The Cond Award goes to me because once again, Christian McCaffrey got hurt. Now he's out for the year, so I don't have to hold a roster spot for him. But that brings me to my next award. And all through December, I will now have a Christmas-themed award. And this week is the Santa Award. It is called the Santa Award because, like Santa, he comes around once a year. And that goes to Christian McCaffrey because it seems like he's only played 1 game for me this year. And you are the rightful recipient of that. So, you suck. None of y'all, just Christian McCaffrey. Actually, some of y'all suck. For our last segment here, I'm going to turn it back over to our correspondent, Dee Dee. and he is going to go ahead and give us his picks for what he thinks our playoff bracket is going to look like. There's only 2 more weeks of the regular season, this week and next week, and then the playoffs start. Everybody makes the playoffs, and the 2 best teams get bye weeks. That's how it's going to work. I'll give a more in-depth analysis of it next week, but for now, I'm going to turn it over to him.
The season is not over, and hope is still alive for teams who are jockeying for better seedings in the playoffs. Based on the average points scored during the last 6 weeks, here are my predictions for the winners of these 6 important contests. I'm predicting that Nene and Will win both of their remaining 2 games, that Mason and Bill will win 1 game and lose 1 game, and that Sabrina and Dee Dee will lose both of their games. Assuming that my predictions hold up, here are my projections for the final seedings for the playoffs. I'm projecting that the number 1 seed will be Team Nene, followed by Oklahoma, the Almighty Commissioner, Hail Mary, the Jacksonville Gropers, and Just Win Baby. My dark horse pick is Bill's Jacksonville Gropers, who have scored a total of 417 points in their last 3 games. If he continues to rack up points as he has done in the last half of the season, he could go all the way to the championship. Those are my projections. I will now send it back to our admired and revered host, Will Abare.
There you have it. That's going to be it for us with the Will Abare Show with Will Abare. I am Will Abare. Make sure you set your fantasy lineups before Thursday night football starts. Until next time, I'll catch y'all. Whatever.